Hey everyone! Okay, so next actual tutorial. Are you excited? This beanie is driving me crazy. Okay, so I'm actually featuring a specific product in this video because it's amazing. If you take a look at my eyes, and you can see there's a few colors going on there. Believe it or not, I used one eyeshadow. It's this bad boy right here. Focus. It's called Jade. It's by Cryolin, and it actually changes color by friction. So it starts out like a lemon lime color in the beginning, and then it turns into this nice deeper green that's in my crease and on the lower lid as liner. And I'll actually show you right now how it works. I'll just get my brush wet, and then I'll just press a little bit on the back of my hand. And you can see the swatch right there. See? It's like a lemon lime. But with friction, let's see if I can do this on camera and see what I'm doing. You'll see when I rub it. I'm being kind of rough and quick with it right now. You can see it's the same color and it's same brush, everything. I didn't change anything. The color changed. If you want to see better swatches of the color and how it changes, you can check my website. I'll have it on there as well as pictures of this look. But just a few things about the eyeshadow before I actually get the tutorial started. Body heat does not change the color. So wearing it as the yellow color that it starts out as, throughout the day it will not deepen in color, so you don't have to worry about that. As you saw, I just used it wet, and when I first put it on, it didn't change the color of it, so you can use it wet as well. And that's pretty much it. The only way you can get the color to change is by friction, so by rubbing it with your finger, rubbing it with a brush. The brushes I use to actually make the color change in the tutorial are stiffer, so I can actually apply a little bit more pressure and actually get the friction going. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just go right ahead and get this tutorial started. Apply just a little base. And I'm using Cash Flow Paint Pot, and it's just got a gold color. It's nothing too extreme. But the one thing I noticed about, or one of the questions I get asked a lot lately is people saying, hey, I use a base for my eyeshadow, but my eyeshadow still creases. Why is that? And you'll notice when I'm done with this, that you can barely tell that there's a base on. Yeah, there's a little bit of color to it, but whenever you use any emollient-based product, you want to make sure you use a very little amount of it, because the more you use, the harder it is for it to set up or dry, and then your eyeshadow still creases because it hasn't been able to set up completely. So less is more when it comes to using an eyeshadow base. So yeah, there's that. Now that I have the base on, I'm going to actually take the eyeshadow, and I'm using just a regular brush. I'm going to pick some up. And again, since friction activates this eyeshadow, if I rub it, I'm going to get a lot of color changing going on. So I'm just going to take my brush, and I'm just going to press on my lid. And that way I can guarantee that the color is going to stay like that and not change. So I can pounce on top of the same spot as many times as I want. It's not going to change it. Then when I get to the crease, I can do a little rubbing just to get the color on there. And I'm gonna tell you now, until you get used to working with this color, it's best to do your eyes first before you do your face makeup, because if you get fallout and you wipe it, it instantly turns dark green. So go ahead and do your eyes first, then your makeup. And now I'm gonna work on the crease, and I'm just gonna spray my brush, because the color darkens up a lot faster and quicker if it's wet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work in little increments. It's easier that way, and you have more control over your product. I picked up a little bit more on the brush, and then right in the crease, I'm just going to press it and start to blend. And you can see the colors changing. So I can move over, and then as I get the color how I want it, I can just keep moving over. Now that I have the color on my lid how I want it, I'm going in with a smaller brush, and I'm going to get a little moisture on there. I'm going to pick up more of the Jade eyeshadow, and then I'm just going to use it as a liner underneath. And as you can see, for me to make the color change on the lower lid, is easy because I can just keep rubbing it until it gets as dark as I want it. But let's say you wanted to do the liner on the top without altering the color of the yellow. You can actually pick up a little bit of the product and just rub it on the back of your hand to darken it up, and then go in and apply it as your liner on the top. So I'm just going to keep adding until I get the color how I want it on the bottom. Once I have that, I'm just going to take tarnish eye kohl and do a little bit on the waterline. Now that I have all that on, just going to do my brow highlight, and once again I'm going to use a face powder only because it has more of a natural look. And then I'm just going to apply it right underneath my brow and then blend it into the color in the crease to get a nice fade. Then I'll just do liner on the top lid, and I'm using Smog by Urban Decay. It's like a metallic green, and when it dries it still has a metallic finish, so I'm just going to apply that. So I did the liquid liner, gave it time to dry, and then I just went in and applied mascara, and believe it or not, that's all you do for the eyes. Simple. And then, like, I'm a big fan of being able to take what you have for daytime and then just spice it up for night by adding like 1 or 2 things. All you would have to do to change this look is take like a darker green, a black, dark brown, anything like that, throw it in your crease and maybe go darker with your liner, and you have a nighttime look. So that way you can have something daytime, turn it into nighttime to go out and have fun with. And then you could do your lips next. I already have like a tinted lip conditioner on, but just for fun I'll throw on a gloss. And we will use, we'll use this one. We'll use Posh It Up Plush Glass because it's pink. But it's sheer and it gives a little plump to the lips. Because pink and green are pretty together. And that's it. We're all done. So hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you check out Amy's eBay so you can get this color and many other colors that I use in my tutorials. Any questions, leave it in the comments. Check out the blog to see pictures of this look. And I will talk to all of you soon. Bye.